Okay, Conor Benn, good to see you. It's been over a year since we've done any type of media with yourself, but we, over the last 24 hours, have had some news. And like I said to Eddie yesterday, I want to give you the opportunity to break that news and tell us exactly what is going on right now.
Well, I'm obviously free to fight, and do you know what? It's just been the maddest year for me and the family, for my team, for my supporters, my loyal supporters, and yeah, it's just been a mad season. Biggest bit of adversity I hope I ever have to go through.
What can you tell us? You say you're clear to fight. What can you tell us exactly what has unfolded over the last 24-hour period?
Just that I've been cleared to fight. Just that I'm allowed to fight now in the country where it matters for my supporters. I've just gone through so many emotions throughout all this, from angry to bitter to resentful to, anxious. It's been just a whirlwind of emotions, and it's been hard, man. It's been challenging, but the main thing is I'm cleared to fight in the UK, and we're still working with UKAD. I hope to get this changed, as this can't happen to any other athletes. And for me, it's, if I've had to pay the price so that other athletes don't have to go through this, then so be it. Because this has cost me a ton of money, and I was willing to spend every last penny I had on proving my innocence. I was willing to spend every last cent on proving my innocence, and I've been vindicated now for the second time. But I don't sit here and go, why me? Everyone goes through something in their life. Everyone goes through some sort of adversity or challenge or, obstacle they go overcome. I've always said the hardest fight is life, and what life brings, what obstacle life brings. Whoever it is, it's all relevant to the individual. It's all relevant to the individual. So for me, it was, I need to fight this. I can't let this beat me. I can't let this get me down. How can I say the hardest fight is life and I'm not living by it? So it shocked me. It shocked me in the team. It shocked everybody. It shocked the world, really. But if we can change something out of this, so that other athletes who don't have the resources, don't have the big promotional companies, don't have the name to be able to back myself. Because I'm sure there's a lot of athletes out there who have been in this position and not been able to fight and not been able to prove their innocence. Because the testing standard needs to be higher. The way they test for this substance needs to be tested, more in depth.
When you think about this week and you've been waiting for the verdict, on one hand you could be looking at a ban, and on one hand you could be looking at what we're in this situation right now where you have been cleared by UKAD to fight. What's been going through your mind every night this week?
Oh, man, the reality is I didn't know. The reality is I didn't know. I come so close to losing it all. I come so close to losing it all. I didn't know if it was the right thing to do. I didn't know if it was the right thing to defend myself and spend so much money on trying to prove my innocence. Spending Eli's money, spending my family's money. Like a person who spends all his money to try and prove his innocence may never be proven. Because the reality is I never knew. I never knew what would happen, how it happened. I trusted the science to do that for me, which it has done. But I didn't know if I was looking at a ban. I didn't know if I was looking at going to Australia. I didn't know if my innocence was ever going to be proven. I didn't know if my name was ever going to be cleared. So it's been hard, but I'm just so grateful for the team I have around me. Grateful to Eddie, who's backed me, religiously. He didn't have to, but my team believed in me. My team do believe in me, and they have confidence in me. And I'm just glad this season is done for everyone. It's been a burden to everyone. It's been heavy on people, constantly 24/7. From my trainer Tony, to Eddie, to Matchroom, to Frank. We've all suffered a lot from this. So I'm just glad this chapter's closed and I can, start writing a new chapter. It is what it is. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Don't get me wrong, I feel battered and bruised, but I'm healing, and I just pray to God that this changes things, that this changes the way testing is done, that we can work with UKAD in order to change it. Because for me, if that's the outcome and it does change, would I have gone through again? Probably not. But would it soften the blow? 100%.
When you think about this morning and you woke up for the first time knowing that you've been cleared to fight, how did you feel this morning? Your wife Victoria just said it feels like a whole weight has come off their shoulders. How did you feel this morning?
I just can't believe it. I can't believe I've gone through this in the first place. I can't believe that it's now finished, finally. You know, it's every week. For me, I've been told every week it's going to change. And, oh man, I've just gone through so much. Mentally, I didn't deal with it great. I didn't respond to this great at all. You know, I felt ashamed for something I hadn't even done. I felt like I was penalised and persecuted for something I'd never done. And there's been a lot of haters. There's been a lot of people who have turned, which I'm very surprised about, still to this day surprised about. But then I'm also shown loads of love and loads of support from people that I also didn't expect it from. So for me, it's just, that shame's gone. Although there was no shame, I was speaking to Tony the other day, I couldn't even walk in the gym. I couldn't even save face with the lads in the gym. How bad must I have been to not be able to feel like I can walk in my own gym? How bad is it that I couldn't even leave the house? How can I let this get me like that? How could I have been so bad? You know, when I was speaking to my barber today and we were speaking, he's gone to me, "You're really bad. You know, I worried about you every day. You know, Tony called me every day." To go through that, not acknowledge my family didn't exist. I needed to just get through. I didn't know how I was going to get through. To then being where I am now, at the end of it, yeah, as I said, I'm still healing, but the support make it worthwhile. Because I've been shown a lot of love. Social media really is the minority. But, you know, people going, "We believe you." The amount of times I heard that on road, "We believe you. We have faith in you, man. Smash that Eubanks. Smash Kelbrook. We got you. We love you." All the time, every day almost. And it was because of them people I am here today. It's because of my son I am here today. It's because of Tony calling me every day. It's because of Eddie, because of Matchroom for backing me every single day, every single interview. Eddie's sick of the sight of my name. Forget it, up in bright lights, Eddie's sick of the sight of my name. It probably makes him sick in his stomach saying my name. But there's nothing I could have changed. You know, there's nothing like this was always going to happen. You know, God's the perfect planner. This was always going to happen. But could I have dealt with it differently? Yeah. Could I have handled it differently? Yeah. How do you tell a 26-year-old that he's going to test positive for 2 tests and he's not done anything and he's going to be persecuted every single day? Every single day. Persecuted every day. No one wanted to wait. I was just getting hammered. You know, day in, day out, lies, rumours. For what, 10 months? How do you teach someone so young to deal with that? I didn't deal with it great. I didn't deal with it great at all. And I'm just glad that I am here now. And Tony kept telling me, my trainer, he said, every day away is a day further away. And in 6 months, trust me, Colin, you won't feel the same. You won't feel the same way about this. But for me, there was no way out. I'm that guy that says he's innocent, but people think he's guilty. I'm that guy who says he's innocent. But the reality is I'd spend my last cent. If this house had to go, if my cars had to go, if everything had to go so I can clear my name, I'd do it all over again.
Even though you've been cleared to fight now by UKAD, there's still people online who aren't going to accept this. I'm sure you know that. There's still going to be people online who will paint you with that brush, maybe for as long as you fight. What do you have to say to those people? And do you feel like that's something that you've accepted?
A few people popped in mind when you said that. A few people popped into my mind. And the reality is, would I rather live in their world or live in my world? Who would rather be who here? I can assure you now they'd rather be me. You know, so it is what it is. You know, I've never met a hater doing better than me. I've never met anyone who's had words to say on Twitter or social media had more money than me in my bank account. That's the reality of it. Never met anyone. I've never met anyone who's had something to say or trolled me on Twitter or Instagram or doing better than me. And that's the harsh reality of it. You know, you got jealous, envious people, and the colours have really started to show. It's really started to you can see it now. Some people are waiting for this, and that's fine. That's fine because they prayed on my downfall, but they prayed to the wrong priest. Because I'm still here. I'm alive, healthy, beautiful family. That's that.
Is there anything that's happened over the last few months? One occasion I want to talk about, just from a PR perspective, was when Leigh Smith beat Chris Eubank Jr. You posted a video, seemingly having a bit of a laugh about it with your dad, when you were still under a lot of scrutiny in what was going on in your own life and career. Is there anything that you did, that as an example, but other examples as well, that maybe you regret looking back now?
I definitely don't regret that one. I definitely don't regret. That just made me happy thinking about it, and I'll do it again tomorrow. I'll do it again. And do you know what? I hated social media for so long, for the whole time I was going through this. But when I saw that, I logged back into my social media, and I was just scrolling and scrolling, just laughing. It made my week. In fact, that helped me get through what I was going through. That helped me get through it, because I'd rather be me than be him. So that's that. But is there anything? I never really done anything on social media apart from protest my innocence. The hardest thing for me throughout this whole period, there's been 2 periods where it's been really hard for me. The first thing was walking out to the media workout and having to do that interview. It's the hardest thing. And you know what? Get emotional now, but I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. Because that was so hard for me. So hard to have to do that. But yeah, then what more can I do? I can only tell you I'm innocent. And now the evidence is starting to match up to me proving that. The evidence has matched up. So what more do you want me to do? I spent hundreds of thousands on this. What more do you want me to do? I've employed doctors. I've employed scientists. 3 scientists. The third best scientist in the world on this. And you lot still think I'm guilty. And you lot still think I'm guilty. When the evidence matches up to case studies done by WADA. Just look at it. Look at the evidence. Look at the pattern. So it's hard because there was nothing more I could do. I protested my innocence. I shouted from the rooftops. People then wanted evidence. We didn't have evidence to give them because it was being worked on. But, the press, the public, the tabloids, certain ones in particular, chose to push this narrative about me running, me hiding, it was never the truth. I don't hide from nothing. I don't hide from a single thing, even when there was ways out in lying. I never chose to lie. And I never would lie because my integrity wouldn't allow me to lie. Could I have got off? Could I have got out saying I accidentally done? No, but I just couldn't even say it. Because I know how diligent I am with what I take. I know how cautious I am with what I take. I'm so diligent. Over the years, I always have been. So I was never going to lie about something and say something that I ain't done. When really I'm being persecuted, I might as well have said I had. But it would have saved me hundreds of thousands in lying. But as I said, I would have spent every single penny proving my innocence.
Why do you think it's important that someone like you, Conor Benn, who on the face of it doesn't really have anything to moan about, big house, nice cars, beautiful family, who, when he's going through a tough time like you've been through, can openly speak about the impact it's had on his mental health, the low points he reached? Why do you think that's important that people can see someone like you speaking this way?
it's funny because when I was growing up, my dad would moan, maybe, having a difficult time, be depressed. I'd be like, how are you, mate, have you not seen the house you got? Have you not seen the car you got? And he said to me, son, money doesn't bring happiness. And I'd be like, yeah, all right, mate, that's because you've got it. But it's the truth. It really is. Because money comes and goes. Can make money, can lose money, can make it again and lose it again. For me, your name stays. So for my name to be tarnished for something I haven't done, I lost all faith. I lost my faith. I lost everything. I may as well have lost everything. You know.
Did it nearly get on top of you at stages when the lows were really low?
No, well, it did, yeah. You know, the thought of Eli going to school. You know, and I'm his dad, and it's in such a bad way. I just felt shame. Listen, if I'd done something, I'd go, do you know what, I made a mistake. I'm human, I made a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. Never this. You know, so it was, yeah, it was hard. Yeah, it did come on top. I made a lot of mistakes in my life. Not this one. And for years and years of hard work to be tarnished or to be ruined at no fault of my own, it was a hard pill to swallow. And yeah, your name always stays. So for me it was people going, yep, you've ruined your legacy. Yep, you've ruined it. There's nothing I could have done. There's nothing I could have done. What else am I supposed to do? Not eat that food? How am I supposed to know? How do you know? And it's only until it starts happening to more and more athletes, the more and more people will see it was right all along. And again, I hope this changes and turns around, and our work with UKAD continues. Even though this could be done now, and you know, it could just be finished and that's it, just start with my career. But no, we want to work with UKAD. You know, something that I've expressed to my team that's really important to me is ensuring nobody else has to go through this, because it's not fair. And it's not fair for those who can't afford it. It's not fair for those who have to go through the persecution. It's not fair for those who can receive bans. It's not right. And if I can change that, you know, then I'll be a happy man.
What conversations have you had with Mr. Nigel Benn, your dad, since this verdict came in? What's he had to say?
Yeah, I pranked him. I told him, Dad, it didn't go well. It didn't go well. And you could see him start going all like, what do you mean it didn't go well? I went, Dad, it went great, mate. And then he just looked like he was about to break down in tears. And my mum, yeah. It's been a massive effect on the whole family. It's been a huge effect on the whole family. And then that's where, again, then it comes down to guilt and shame. Because I'm so sorry, but there's nothing I can do. You know, I've just, yeah, it's been so horrible, man. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. It's been horrible, it's been so horrible. And I wouldn't have made it through without my family support, my team. I just wouldn't have made it through without him.
I think it's fair to say, Conor, you've had a chip on your shoulder since you turned professional. Even younger years growing up as Nigel Benn's son, it's what's always been talked about when you turn professional, coming out your dad's shadow. Gradually, this was always the aim. When you think about this now and everything that's happened, what type of fighter, monster, do you think you'll be when you first do step back in the ring?
I don't see any man that can bring me more difficulties than this has, mentally. I don't feel like anyone could cause me more pain than what this has done mentally, or more hurt. What's a few bruises? What's a few punches? What's a physical fight with another man? When you've had to have fights up here every single day for 9, 10 months. It's the reality of it. Fight any man, no problem. You know, and that's the way I look at this. Is it has made me stronger. It's made me stronger. Like, you just can't, what I've been through, I've had to fight. I've had to fight. Even when I was down and out, even when it was looking like, you know, There was no chance of winning. Felt like David versus Goliath. That's how it felt. And you know what? It was like I was fighting so many fronts. Like of people who want me to be guilty. It's like I'm fighting them, I'm fighting them, I'm fighting them. When all I want you guys to do is just see that I'm innocent. Look at the evidence. And then I'm fighting the tabloids because information is getting leaked that isn't the truth. It's not the truth. It was never the truth, what's being leaked. And still to this day, things are being leaked that aren't true. But then what am I going to do? Go up against these big tabloids when they can run whatever they want to run and whoever's going to read it. And that's the narrative that's pushed. So I'm fighting so many fronts while I'm just sitting here, whether it's political, whether it's beef between promoters, whether it's, you know, organisations. I'm just in the middle. I'm in the middle there, innocent.
For the fighters who have spoken openly
Yeah.
against you about this case, you'll have in your mind who they are. Is this verdict and you being clear to fight the only revenge you need on that, or do you still feel bitter? Do you still feel bitter about it now? Do you still feel angry?
I don't really care because they're gonna say that. You know, our jury's still concussed. So's Van Herden. You know, so for them saying, oh, I heard this and I heard that, no, mate, you just got knocked the fuck out. Simple as that. Simple as a 1-2 on the chin. You got knocked the fuck out. Accept it, move on. And I said we can run it back if you want. You know, you got all this misfits happening. We can do a tag team, except I don't need no tag team. You two can tag each other up, and I'll still knock you out. You know, so that's my say on that. And then as for other fighters, yeah, of course they're gonna say that. Of course they're gonna say that. Like, perfect leverage to use. Use it. You know, because if I was them, I would use it. You know, but it's funny because they all got skeletons. So if I was them, I wouldn't be throwing those stones. I would not be throwing those stones. Mine's more public, 100% it's been public. Yours ain't. So please don't throw stones. Please, I don't have to go there. But if you want to be personal, we can make it personal, no problem.
Cleared to fight in the UK. What are the next steps now for Conor Benn?
Chocolate brownies, baby. Every day of the week, twice on Sundays. I think he should stay retired, but the fool's been calling my name, so I'd happily send him into retirement with a rather large cheque and a couple bruises.
Is there an argument? I think I know what you're going to say here. You're going to say exactly what I think you're going to say, and here we go. Let's give it a go. Is there an argument that based on everything you've been through, all the pent-up frustration you've got inside you that you're ready to unleash, that you should have an 8-10 round comeback fight before a big fight? Because I know there's been conversations with Eddie and Tony about that possibility.
Not 8-10 rounder.
I know you're not.
You think I need that?
But Tony is. Tony's.
Yeah, that's fine. Tony can say what he wants and think what he wants. I don't need no warm up. Kelbrook would be my warm up. Eubank would be my warm up. I don't need no warm up. You know. So, as far as I'm concerned, I don't need no warm up. I'm 26. If I need a warm up now, I'm banging trouble. I'm banging trouble. All I need is sparring to get my distance right, get my timing right. I've been working. I've been crushing it in the gym. Ask Tony, Jamie.
Not heard that line in a while.
Ask
Good
Tony.
to hear it.
He knows. So I've been working in the gym. I've been grafting. It's evident to see. I fell off for maybe 3 months, 4 months. I fell off when it was careers looking done. Well, I mean, I've been down and out. I've been down and out in ways I never thought I could be. Mentally, physically, emotionally, I've been in such bad ways, and my whole family have just had to watch me just suffer. You know, mentally, and punish myself mentally for this. You know, so apart from that, I've been in the gym, I've been working, I've been grafting, I've been growing. I always do. Whenever I come back off a laugh, I come back better. Whether it's injury, whether it's this, whatever it is, I'll always come back better because I apply myself and I dedicate myself. Kelbrook won't go past 4 rounds. Guarantee he won't go past 4 rounds. In fact, I'll probably bet Kelbrook my fight person don't go past 4 rounds.
In terms of Liam Smith, Chris Eubank Jr., how do you see the rematch going?
Yeah, Smith absolutely spanks him. Quicker, more brutal, less respect. this time around. And it's a shame. It's a shame.
What happens to the Conor Benn Eubank fight if that happens?
I don't really care. I'm just going to be there ringside watching him get spanked again and laughing so hard. I'll be laughing.
How would an interest be from your side in the fight with Liam Smith?
I'd fight Smith all day long. I mean, it's clear to see from the public, that we both have it out. No problem. He don't look anything special to me. So yeah, if he wants to go, we can fight. Whoever the winner is, I'll fight, no problem. 160, 154, whatever. Kell Brook, 154, no problem.
Josh Taylor?
Josh Taylor. Yeah, he's a mouthy git, he is. He can get it as well. I'll give him a good spanking. In his words. In my words, I give him a good pasting, good absolute beating. He don't concern me at all. He's a sore loser. He don't handle defeat well. Which ain't really sportsmanship, is it? But it don't really matter anyway. I won't shake his hand after I knock him out.
Have you thought about how you're going to feel when you're on the ring walk ramp and the Benn chimes start playing and you're in the O2 Arena or somewhere in the like? Have you thought about that feeling and how special it's going to feel for you?
Yeah, not really, no. Because it wasn't realistic for a long time. It was so far away that I couldn't even think about it. Whereas now I'll probably start thinking about it, yeah. Just want to get back fighting, man, doing what I love.
When can we expect you back in the ring?
Listen, whoever, whenever. I'm at a stage now where it's like, just give me anybody. Just give me anybody, give me anybody. Anybody. And that's it. Whenever.
I would say welcome back. I sent you a voice note on WhatsApp saying that the other day, but you said you never left.
I didn't leave, no, I've always been here. I've just been lurking in the shadows, that's all. What's that, Bane? I was born in the shadows. Born into darkness and all that, yeah.
Something like that. Close enough. Just finally, Conor, do you have something that you want to round up on? A message of, it'd be very difficult for you to package what's gone on in the last year in a 30-second sign-off and an interview, but do you have anything that you want to say?
I just want to say thank you to my supporters. Because without them, I wouldn't have made it through. Without my team, without Matchroom, without Frank, without Eddie, without Tony, without Charlie, without my legal team, I wouldn't have made it through. Without the closest people to me, my loved ones, who have socially backed me, who have backed me every single day, even when they've suffered persecution themselves. I'm forever grateful. And I owe a lot to you guys because I made it through because of you. And my supporters, every single day, the love I get shown. When are you back? We miss you. We believe you, we have faith in you. So many of you. And I'll forever be grateful because again, it's you guys who help me get through every single day. I've got to keep fighting. I've got to keep moving. That's what a champion is. Greatness comes from within. And I stand by that.
Conor Benn, thanks for your time and we look forward to seeing you back in the ring very soon.
Thank you.